It starts in the quietest moment. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and your mind just won't stop. Then suddenly something clicks. A single idea hits you so hard you sit straight up. This is it. You grab your laptop. You don't even know why. You just know you have to start right now, tonight. You're typing faster than you've ever typed before. Notes, ideas, names, everything is pouring out of you. You fill up an entire notebook with rough sketches. It looks messy, but to you it looks like $1 million. You call your best friend at midnight. You can barely explain it, but you're already sold on it yourself. You start Googling everything. How to start a startup, how to register a company, how to raise money. You watch every startup video on YouTube. Elon, Zuckerberg, Jobs. You study all of them in one night. You look at yourself in the mirror and say it out loud for the first time, I'm going to build a company. You open a fresh notebook and write 2 words at the top, my startup. And just like that, it begins. The next morning you wake up and get straight to the whiteboard. Business model, target market, revenue streams. You start reading every book you can find. Lean startup, 0 to 1, good to great, all at the same time. You build your first financial model on a spreadsheet. The numbers don't make sense yet, but you keep going. You stop going out. You stop watching TV. Instant noodles become your main food group. Sleep becomes optional. You find a mentor online and get on a video call. You listen to every single word they say like your life depends on it. You practice your pitch while walking in the park, talking to yourself, perfecting every sentence, every pause. After weeks of work, your business plan is done. It's 47 pages long and you're incredibly proud of every word. You officially register your company. You fill out every government form. It suddenly feels very real. You design your first logo. You spend 3 days picking the right color. Blue feels trustworthy. You go with blue. Your business cards arrive. You hold one in your hand and read your title, Founder and CEO. Chills everywhere. You book your first investor meeting. You ride the elevator up to the 34th floor feeling like you already made it. You walk into the boardroom, 6 serious faces staring at you. You open your laptop and start the pitch. You show them your charts, your projections, your vision. You're giving it everything you have. The lead investor shakes his head. No traction, no revenue. Come back when you have something real. You walk out of that building and it starts to rain. You don't even reach for your umbrella. You sit on a bench and open your phone. Another rejection email just came in. That's number 4 this week. Back home, you mark 7 tally lines on the wall. 7 no's in 2 weeks. The wall is starting to fill up. You call your friend and vent for an hour. They listen. They tell you to keep going. You're not sure you believe it. You lie on the floor and stare at the ceiling. The same ceiling where this crazy idea started. You question everything. But then something shifts inside you. You get up. You clench your fist. You are not done. Not even close. You make a decision. Stop asking for money. Start building something real. You sit down and you start coding. Error after error after error. Red text fills your screen. You fix 1 bug and 3 more appear. You fall asleep at your keyboard at 4 a.m. You wake up an hour later and keep going without even washing your face. And then one night it works. The screen shows exactly what you imagined. You jump up and scream. You show the prototype to your friend. Their eyes go wide. They say, wait, you actually built this thing? You get your first beta users. They give you brutal, honest feedback. It hurts. You write down every single word. Version 1.1, version 1.2, version 1.3. Every update makes it better. You're obsessed with making it perfect. Launch day. You hit publish. Your finger hovers over. Enter for 10 full seconds. Then, you press it. You watch the analytics dashboard in real time. 1 user, then 5, then 20. They're actually using it. 100 users. You screenshot the dashboard. You've never felt more accomplished in your entire life. 3 weeks after launch, your phone buzzes with a notification you've never seen before. Payment received. You zoom in on the screen. You read it 3 times. $29. Someone actually paid you. This is real. You scream. Alone in your room, you absolutely lose your mind with happiness. $29 never felt so big. You call your mom. She doesn't fully understand what you built, but she hears the joy in your voice and she cries. You screenshot the payment notification 10 times. You send it to everyone you know. You can't stop smiling. You open your revenue tracker and type the number in green, $29, row 1. This is the beginning. You personally email your first customer. You thank them. You ask what they loved. They actually write back. More payments start coming in. 29, 29, 29. The notifications don't stop, and you don't want them to. End of month 1, $500 in revenue. Your chart is going up, small but real, and going up. You stand at the window looking out at the city. You hold your phone tight. The sun is rising, so are you. You can't scale alone anymore. You write your first job post, full of hope and terrible formatting. You hit publish. 200 applications flood your inbox in 48 hours. You stare at the screen completely overwhelmed. You conduct your first interview. You're more nervous than the candidate. You read questions off a crumpled paper. You make your first hire. You shake their hand and slide the offer letter across the table. Your hand is shaking. You give them the grand office tour. It's a small rented room with 2 desks. You point at everything like it's the Taj Mahal. Your first team meeting, 3 people total, including you. You stand at the whiteboard feeling like a real CEO. You sign your first paycheck, real money, going to a real person because of something you built. That weight hits hard. You look around the office, everyone working, heads down, building something together. You built this team. You stand in the doorway watching them work, hands on hips, a quiet pride you've never felt before. You update the org chart. 3 names, 3 boxes, 3 people who believed in your vision. That means everything. Then comes the month that almost breaks you. You open your banking app and the number is nearly 0. Your biggest client sends an email. They're canceling the contract, effective immediately. You read it 4 times. Your co-founder calls a meeting. They slide a resignation letter across the table. They say sorry. You say nothing. That night you sit alone in the dark office. 1 desk lamp, empty coffee cups, papers everywhere, just you. You walk into a bank and ask for a small business loan. The banker flips through your documents and frowns. You sit at your desk eating chips at 2 a.m., watching red charts fall. This is what they call the Valley of Death. Your team looks to you for answers. You stand in front of them and try your hardest to look like you have a plan. You call every investor contact you have. Voicemail, voicemail, voicemail. You leave messages on all of them. At 4 a.m., you open your journal and write 3 words. Do not quit. You stare at them until you believe them. You stand up. You take 1 long, deep breath. You look in the mirror and you decide, this is not how it ends. You go back to the whiteboard, new strategy, different angle. You stop thinking about what failed and focus on what can work. You cut every unnecessary expense. No more subscriptions, no more extras. Every dollar has 1 job survival. You start cold calling. 50 calls a day, most hang up. Some listen. You get better with every single call. A new client says yes, then another. You shake their hands and feel the weight lifting off your shoulders. You open the dashboard. The numbers are climbing again. Slowly, but they are climbing. You exhale for the first time in weeks. Payroll goes out on time. Your team gets paid. You see the relief on their faces and it hits you right in the chest. You order pizza for the whole team on a Friday night. You eat together on the office floor and laugh about the hard weeks. You find the old rejection letters in your drawer. You read them again, but this time they make you smile. Team meeting. 5 people now. New roadmap on the whiteboard. The energy in the room is completely different. You stand at the office window again. Same city, but you are not the same person who almost gave up 3 months ago. Then one Tuesday morning, an email arrives. A VC firm wants to meet with you. They reached out to you this time. You walk into that meeting differently than the first time. Suit straight, posture tall, 0 apology in your body language. You present your real numbers, real users, real revenue, real growth. No fluff, no projections, just proof. The investors lean forward. They start asking questions, not to dismiss you because they're actually interested. The lead partner stands up and extends his hand. $2 million. Series A. He says, we want to be part of this. You sit at the table and sign the term sheet. Lawyers on both sides. Your hand is steady, not shaking this time. You check your bank account that evening. $2 million. You read it 7 times, then you close the app and breathe. You call your team into the office. You tell them the news. The room absolutely erupts. Pure joy everywhere. You take the whole team to dinner. Real restaurant, real food. You raise a glass and thank every single one of them. That same night, you're back at your desk. $2 million in the bank, and you're already planning how to use every cent wisely. You sign the lease on a real office. Glass walls, open floor plan, room for 50 people. You walk through it alone first. Moving day arrives. Desks come in, monitors go up, your team carries boxes, and everyone is laughing the whole time. 1 year later, 35 people work for you. You walk through the office, and you barely know every name yet. A journalist calls and wants to write about you. You do your first press interview. You choose every word carefully. TechCrunch publishes the article. Your company is on the homepage. You stare at the screen and can't believe it's real. You're invited to speak at a conference. Hundreds of people in the audience. You walk out on stage and own every second. Quarterly review. Revenue is up 400% year over year. The growth chart looks like a hockey stick. You've seen this in books. You receive your first industry award. They call your name. You walk on stage holding a trophy built from 3 years of sacrifice. A young founder emails you asking for advice. You remember being exactly them. You make time. You always make time. You walk past the company photo wall. Day 1 photo versus today. You pause and look at both for a long time. The morning comes that you've thought about 100 times in your head. You sit in a limo heading to Wall Street. You step out in front of the New York Stock Exchange. Cameras flash. People cheer. You take it all in slowly. You walk through those historic corridors. Executives greet you. You think about the bedroom where this all started. You stand at the podium. Your company banner hangs behind you. Hundreds of faces looking up at you. You are ready. Your hand reaches for the opening bell. The room goes quiet. You close your eyes for exactly 1 second. You ring the bell. Confetti explodes from every direction. The crowd erupts. 3 years of work in one single moment. The stock ticker appears on the screen. Your company symbol. Your shares going live. Your team screams watching the numbers. You find your original team members in the crowd and you hug every single one of them. No words, just tears and laughing. You slip away to a quiet corner. You open your phone and find the very first rejection email. You read it one last time. You smile. Your entire team gathers for a photo under the company banner. You stand in the middle. This is your family. You built this. You're sitting in your CEO office now. Floor-to-ceiling windows, city below. You've come a long way from that small bedroom. But here's the thing nobody tells you about the journey. The money was never really the point. It never was. You walk back through your memory of that old room. The desk, the laptop, the energy drinks. That version of you was brave. Every single rejection letter you ever received is now framed on your office wall because they all led you here. Now you invest your time in the next generation. You sit across from young founders and give them everything you know. You open a new notebook. Write day 1 at the top, because in your mind, you're always just getting started. You stand on a rooftop as the sun sets over the city. For the first time in years, everything feels exactly right. The company anniversary party, balloons, music, laughter. You look around the room and see a family you built from nothing. And now I'm talking directly to you. Watching this right now, the next great company is sitting inside your head. Don't ignore it. The idea is just the beginning. The real startup is always you. Now go build something the world has never seen before.